This video is about empty bottles, and it always makes me think of this little pub in this little village that I went to school in the north of England called Empty Bottles. But that's not what this is about. This is about your empty essential oil bottles. So I've got several empty essential oil bottles here, and I want to tell you how they got empty, how I feel about them being empty, and what I'm going to do with them now that they are empty. So first bottle that is empty is Breathe. This bottle got empty pretty quick because I really ramped up my use of this Breathe respiratory blend over the last month. I've just had this dry cough. I've been tested several times, negative, but still this dry cough. So I've been doing a couple different things with this respiratory blend. One thing is I'm putting it in our big Dawn diffuser. It's like a humidifier size diffuser with lots of water in it, and I run it all night next to my bed. I put it on a little thing so it's like blowing into my face all night. And so in the base of it, I put 3 or 4 drops of the Breathe oil, and then in the main compartment, I put another 5 or 6 drops of that essential oil. I put it on setting 2, and that runs about all night. It's almost run out by the morning time, so it's perfect 8 hours of diffusing that Breathe respiratory blend. In addition to that, I'm taking a couple drops of the Breathe oil, putting it on my hand, rubbing it, and then making a kind of a tunnel with my other hand and putting it up into my mouth and breathing to really get that oil in and open up my airways. I do that several times throughout the day, and I've even been using it to open up my nasal passageways when they feel stuffed by like going like this. It's kind of weird looking, but it works really great. So that's how this bottle became empty. The other bottle that became empty is Melaleuca or tea tree oil. This I have been using to gargle with. So just kind of during the dry season anyways, or if you have any sort of a throat discomfort, take a 1/4 teaspoon salt. I use a special neti wash salt, but I think you can use just regular salt, and warm water and a couple of drops of tea tree. So put the salt in, a couple of drops of tea tree, and then top it off with warm water, just as warm as is going to be comfortable on your throat. And I gargle with it several times until it's gone. In the morning, that's been a great use of this and why this bottle got emptied pretty quickly. And otherwise it could sit there for months if I'm not using it for a certain thing. Another bottle that got empty is Citrus Bloom. This is one of my favorite blends. I like to create my own diffuser blends, and I do diffuse every day. I have a diffuser right here at my desk, and I like to make up my own blends, but sometimes I'm in a hurry or I just feel uninspired and I want a made blend, and doTERRA has some exceptional blends. I think one of my favorites these days is the Citrus Bloom Empty, because I'll put 3 to 5 drops in my diffuser many days. If I'm really on the ball, I'll rinse out that diffuser, refill it, and put the oils in at the end of the day. So when I wake up, sit at my office, click, I just click the button and the diffuser goes. That's when I'm really on the ball, which isn't every day, I must admit. So this Citrus Bloom bottle, I have an empty bottle of Citrus Bloom pretty regularly. I like that oil. Balance Blend, also, I'm going to end up with an empty bottle of Balance Blend probably every 3 months or so. I put it on the bottoms of my feet every single day. Drop on the arch of one foot, drop on the arch of the other foot, rub it in, and then anything that's left on my hands, I rub it on the back of my neck. I love that ritual as a way to start my quiet time in the morning. So this one got empty. So that's how these bottles got empty. I also had an empty bottle of frankincense, which is a kind of an expensive oil. It's a little bit more than these other oils. And that one I have mixed feelings about when it's empty. But these other bottles, when they're empty, I'm like, yay, it's empty. I feel good about it because it means that I'm supporting myself naturally at home with something that's really good for me and doesn't have any side effects or addictions. It's supporting my well-being on a lot of different levels at once. Like the Breathe Respiratory Blend is great for open airways. It's also great for heavy feelings emotionally, so it's good on top of good. And so I feel good when these bottles are empty. It's a little bittersweet when my frankincense bottle is empty because I love frankincense so much and I do use it every day. I'll put a drop on my thumb and then press my thumb to the roof of my mouth, or just put some on the back of my neck or even on my forehead. I want some frankincense in or on my body every day. So when that bottle is empty, and I must have already recycled it, I feel like, yay, I used frankincense. I feel like, oh, I used my frankincense. So that's how I feel about these empty bottles. Good. And then what do I do with them? Well, it couldn't be easier. This is pure amber glass. You just throw it in the recycling bin. You take off the plastic top and you pop off this plastic thing, which is called orifice reducer. keeps the essential oil from falling out too fast. Just pop that off and put it in your recycling bin. Couldn't be easier. The plastic goes in the garbage. That's not much plastic at all. The glass recycling, super easy. And now I want to challenge you to get some empty bottles. Use your essential oils, empty out that bottle, and then recycle it.